and just kind of just juxtapose two things. We're being asked to spend another $30 million for access to 500 beds when we've got 358 available beds in existing facilities that we have control to. Okay, so let's just note that. Secondly, I want to say this. This is about the third time that the sheriff's office has come down here not giving us information ahead of time to ask us for a boatload of money with limited detail and create sort of a staged presentation associated with it. Not acceptable.
All right.
We've had shanks, we've had inmates.
Hold it, Vice Chair. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Now, I've been very lenient so far, but that could end quickly. Continue, Vice Chair.
We need hard data, contracts, that sort of stuff, and we're considering stuff. Not to be paraded down here with the anecdotal. That's just not acceptable anymore.
Well,
As I noted before,
I'm
going to finish my remarks.
No, you're not going to sit here and disrespect me.
Okay,
No. I've been disrespectful.
Sheriff, come on.
Let me tell you, no.
Sheriff, please.
You got me confused.
Sheriff, please.
No, I mean,
You got me confused.
All right.
when we are disrespected, when we are not presented with full information.
Vice Chair, audience, I've been very lenient. About one more minute, I want to clear the assembly hall.
Okay.
Continue.
All right. So we have supplied significant funding to this operation, over 53% since 2020, and 53% increase 2021 to 2023 in our various funds for different types of things. Your general fund budget, inmate outsourcing, et cetera. As I said before, it's your job to execute it. You made decisions to do certain things. You created new units that weren't necessarily geared at detaining inmates and providing adequate security. And so we got motorcycle units, other units, that sort of stuff. That was your choice. That's how you chose to spend the funds. When we know we have a scarcity of officers throughout the region to be able to attract. So you chose to do that with those precious funds. And so now we're being asked to go further spend money to outsource what should be your core function. I recognize all the challenges. And there's a whole big discussion about the fact that the overcrowding rests with another group of folks that need to get their act together. All right? And hopefully some of this stuff, maybe some of them have woke up and we're actually going to see some movement on that. But there's these other components of this. This is not a long-term solution. We got 3,339 beds in Fulton County. We should have the ability to manage that and do that ourselves. Not rely on some outside facility, whether it's Folkestone, Georgia, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, I don't care where it is. We should be able to do that ourselves. The other thing is, when you come down here and you make an ask, and a specific ask, and it's not followed through, or there's been a distortion on it, I can't personally go back at it again and evaluate any of it unless I've got all that stuff in advance. And I understand how it's going to work, what the specific costs are going to be, what the milestones are going to be, what happens if they aren't met, okay? And I want to give you one example of something. I wasn't here for this particular meeting. $5.3 million was approved in emergency spending. The April 16th meeting, I believe. Is that correct? That's correct. April 16th. In response to a horrific death that occurred, I believe, in October of the prior year. Am I right on that?
No.
November?
Routinely wrong. September.
September of the prior year. Yeah. Okay, even worse. September of the prior year, we're in response to something in April. Okay? Part of that ask of that $5.3 million was a $2.1 million contract with an outfit that was going to equip all of the, like 1,000 people within Rice Street within the 10-week period with bracelets, medical bracelets to monitor them that hopefully would prevent that type of event from occurring again. We learned at our last, right around the time of our last meeting, There are none of these in that facility. None, zero. But yet we've had people that have died for the same reason that it was presented to us. This is what this is going to go to protect. We were induced into a contract with somebody on an emergency basis to be completed in 10 weeks when that company apparently had no ability to stand that up and put it in place.
That's not accurate. That's not accurate. I'm not going to sit here
all right,
and let
so,
you disrespect.
So I will say this,
Sheriff,
and I'll
you have
complete
the
my
floor
remarks.
next. You
That's
have
not
the
accurate.
floor. Sheriff,
I'll complete my remarks with this. All right? So when that kind of thing takes place, when there wasn't hard detail provided around it at that point in time, it's an emergency piece. This comes in here. Emergency, we need to do it now, got to act. They may not have any space left. Somebody may take the space. I'm not going to be in a position to vote on any of that. I need it all laid up. It needs to be teed up. The public needs to see it. Everybody needs to be able to weigh in on it and see if they believe in it. And if there is going to be something like this, we also need to be presented with a plan about where you're also going to cut the rest of your budget to be able to fund it. And I'm going to stop with that.
All right.
Well,
Sheriff,
first of all, you are completely inaccurate. So let's start there. Let's get some facts to you so that we can make sure that at least we're reading from the same hymnal. So to that extent, the emergency money that was put in place, you might want to ask Mr. Davis, how can he outfit, and any company outfit anybody that is full of inmates sleeping on the floor? I said, quite honestly, we cannot outfit or fix a facility if we got inmates sleeping on the floor. Don't be disingenuous about any of the outsourcing numbers when it comes to Cobb and or the city of Atlanta, because you knew from day one that we had to staff it. And so we cannot keep staffing other facilities and not staffing our own facility. Don't be disingenuous like you and I did not have breakfast, and I told you quite simply, we created a motorcycles unit so when there's emergencies, I got additional staff made up of mostly retired people. I created a traffic unit made up of individuals now who have to move gang members back and forth to court. Don't be disingenuous and tell me what my core value, my core operational need is when I have 3 constitutional responsibilities. Count them, 3. And you can look that up while you're looking up everything else. The first one being the chief law enforcement executive in the county. The second, run the jail. And third, protect the courts. Because I will not lose the court. Don't be disingenuous when you look at 19 inmates, not even inmates, indictments that brought worldwide attention to Fulton County, and we didn't miss a beat because of those very units, because of the jail staff that works tirelessly. So you sitting up there like you didn't have breakfast with me, and I didn't explain all of this to you, is disingenuous. So you can take all the theater and go elsewhere. I brought that detainee in here because he said he had something to say, because some commissioners won't come visit and have that conversation. I'm with each of you. We'll give you a bed space so you can see what it's like. I have done nothing but from day one, try and improve the conditions in the Fulton County Jail and Fulton County Sheriff's Office as a whole. So you act like y'all rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic is something that is culpable. It is absolutely not. So let me tell you, my friend from the north, who you think that nothing happens without your tax dollars. Because we had this conversation. You got me disingenuous and you got me messed up. See, I can bring all the SWATs out in the Southwest Atlanta so you can have all of that. Understand this. I'm not going to let you take me there because my mama taught me better. But you're telling not the truth. You know it like I know it. So you can take that. I'll reduce it to writing. The one thing that you and Commissioner Khadijah asked for in that resolution that made no sense was a report. If you pull up the sheriff's app, almost everything you asked for is at your fingertips. But see, here's the difference between me being able to have a genuine conversation with other members of the board. At least they are honest about what they do. And so I'm not here to play with you. I don't even play the radio. So you can figure this out, or you can run for sheriff. Try that one out. Because I'm here to tell you, quite simply, the women and men of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office are doing yeoman's work. They come to work when other people think that what they do doesn't matter. They come to work with the least of these And not just detainees that have to face these everyday things that are happening. But we got people that come to work, put a uniform on, and for you to disrespect them in a fashion that I'm asking for I asked to increase their pay. We worked together and we did that. We did that. We asked to increase double time at the jail. And what an impact it has had, right? But if you want answers, you know how to find me. I ain't hard to find.
Okay.